Hey, it's Mr. Johns. Welcome to another edition of Hot Wheels Mustangs. We're going to talk about 1995, and we're going to start by looking at this particular blister pack, which has already been opened. I just want to, full disclosure there, I'm not going to open this live. I couldn't wait, so I already opened it. What's interesting, again, this is my philosophy about Hot Wheels. They are to be played with, not collected and put on a shelf and someday sold off at an estate sale. This particular car, one of my more collectible ones, there were only 10,000 made. Now that's still 10,000, but this is one of 10,000. And it came in this blister pack, which is Vintage Collector. It came with one of those cheap plastic buttons. And what makes it, I think, collectible is that you can only get it at the 1995, see if I can get that to focus, maybe not, 1995 Greater Seattle Toy Show, and so that's what it says on the top. And so that was only available if you attended the toy show in 1995. So the bottom says Vintage, Hot Wheels Vintage, and it is a beautiful looking car, Mustang GT, shiny black with some red, not really stripes, but red shape on the side, kind of stripes, I guess. And let's see, cheap plastic button. Just so if you've never seen one of these, they are a cheap plastic button, literally like cheap. So this clips on your t-shirt. Here on the front usually has a picture of the car. This one says Greater Seattle Toy Show. So I suppose they should be displayed together. They really probably should be in the blister pack, but I like mine on the shelf. So that is the only 1995 Hot Wheels Mustang I have. And so one thing that I would like to do in this episode is show you how I go about researching, looking for cars. And so I use Hot Wheels Wiki. I just do a search for Hot Wheels Wiki. Now, any Wikipedia is created by the users, and so you can edit, if you join, you can edit any page, which also means the accuracy can be questionable. But if someone has a car and they show you a picture of the car and they can prove to you that it came out that year, that might be helpful. So I scrolled through, I clicked on 1995, and I scrolled through every car that came out that year, and there's a series called Treasure Hunts, which are rare. Also, they're hard to find, and we'll talk about those another day, another series. Just Hot Wheels Mustang Treasure Hunts. There's a few of those. But I scroll down, and the only Mustang that shows is toy number 0420. Collector number 162. It's a 65 Mustang Convertible red, and it has cream interior and yellow stripes and yellow running Mustang. I don't have that, so that's one maybe I should try to pick up, try to find if I can. But let me show you what else I do. Because this is user created, I have found that it's all the pages aren't always updated. And so if I do a search for 65 Mustang Convertible in the Wikipedia, it's going to then search every page. And there's probably one of the original ones that came out in 1984. And there's your designer, there's your number. And it came out in the main line in 1984. So if we just look down, this is a good way, if you love one particular style of car, this is a good way just to look at every single car, hopefully, that came out. So I immediately start looking to see, okay, which ones do I have? I should have most of these, but what I'm looking for is, and some of these should look familiar if you've watched my previous videos. So I'm looking at, here's a few I don't have. Hot Wheels newsletter. There's some tiny ones called micro parking plates. But I'm looking at 1995. Okay, there's that green one I have. 1990, there's the Fisher Price one. 1995. Now what's interesting about 1995 is when I was just looking what I just showed you was the page that showed that there was only one convertible Mustang. But it turns out when you search this way, you've got a whole bunch listed for 1995. There's and look at all these different variations. So they don't always list everything in that main page. It just says, hey, one of the cars was a Mustang. But there can be all kinds of variations. And so there's another Ford 5-pack that came out. There's one that's a mainline, orange red. One has 5-spoke wheels. One has 7-spoke wheels. Now, see how the variations can drive you crazy. Like, if you go broke if you try to collect everything. A car that just has 5 spokes and not 7. But, eventually, I suppose if you have everything, then you could go back and try to find all the other little variations. There's a fluorescent pink one in the double barrel play set. With special wheels. I don't even know what the SCW wheels are. Let's click on that and see. Okay, they're kind of interesting, futuristic looking wheels. There's look like a purple, a pink, a yellow, a green yellow, a flat green yellow, all in that double barrel playset. Purple interior, so whew. There's a service merchandise 16 car set, and it's silver with red. Look at that car. So that one might be worth chasing down. Don't see too many of those. There's the Seattle Toy Show one. That's the one I have right there. It's nice to own that particular car. That one says limited to 8,000. That is not true. I have the pack that shows, it says right on the pack, limited to 10,000. So I probably will change that, and I can prove that with a picture. That's interesting. A picture of the blister pack. And so that's how users update and fix. And so that's all of them. And so one thing that I do is, oh, wait a minute. My car, let's go back to my car for a second. So my car is not a convertible. But mine says 1995 on the roof. So I think I found maybe a bigger error that I don't know where they found this car, but sure enough, there's a convertible that says 1905 Greater Seattle. That's interesting. So there was a convertible, but maybe they don't know that there was also a hardtop Mustang. And so what I should do is take the time to go in and edit this at some point. Oh, maybe I know why. And maybe I know what that number says, limited to 8,000, because that is the convertible. Okay, so what I would do as a collector, I would say, okay, I don't have a convertible for 1995. Which one of these is the coolest, right? I mean, there's some crazy colors. Look at that. Green and purple. I mean, that's pretty unique. And that one might be worth hunting down. These ones that are green and purple, kind of ugly, but again, unique, might be worth hunting down. I like the chrome one quite a bit. So the next thing I would do is, and I'll do this in a minute, is go to eBay or Amazon and look and see what the prices are on these things. And if I can get one for 20 bucks, 30 bucks, very possible I would go that far. But anything more than that, no, probably not. I mean, I have spent more than that on cars, but try not to. So, okay, so mine is, let's go back to mine. Mine is not a 65 convertible. So mine looks very much like the Custom Mustang. And so I think to find this, I would have to go and do, so, oh, sorry, let's turn off this so you can see my search. I think I would have to go back and do a search for Custom Mustang. And I am thinking that this is going to come up in a special 1995. Let's go. So there's the 68s. Those are the originals. And then the retooled came out in 1994 with probably this special edition. Yeah, there we go. Hey, here we go. It's right there. And it doesn't say limited to 10,000. So I need to update that. But this is the car. And that's why. It's right there. So that's the car I own. That is very cool. There are definitely a whole nother category, but while we're here, there are two other cars, and they are FAO Schwartz, some fancy New York City store I've never been to, but it's expensive stuff. There's actually one that's 24 karat gold, like legit gold, and there's one that's gold chrome. So this was a very expensive, obviously, version. Look at that thing. Look at the shine. Real gold in the paint. So that's beautiful. All right, so let's do this. Let's go to eBay and let's start with the gold one. So FAO Schwartz. See if I can spell it right. Schwartz Hot Wheels Mustang gold. See if we can get a price on this and see. Is that it right there? $75. That's not bad. Interesting. There's all kinds of prices all over the place, but some of these I kind of expected. Those are not the car, but oh, here we go. Look at these. This is how they came. These are $700. So this is how they came originally in these gold boxes. So wow. There's probably more than one car in there, I would think. They haven't. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of special cars in there, but yeah, not $700 worth of special. Nope, nope. And I just want the Hot Wheels out of there, so I'm looking for a loose one. So if this is it, $80, Hot Wheels FA Schwartz Gold Collection 2. It says your choice of casting, but man, look at that. That's beautiful. It's not perfect, but it's beautiful. Oh, it's got some. Look at all these cars. So you can choose your car. So yeah, this is from that set, but you can choose the Custom Mustang. It's only $80 plus shipping is another $7. Maybe another day. Maybe I'll come back to that one. So okay, now we know that one's $80. The other one was a 1995 Hot Wheels Mustang 65 Mustang Convertible. No, convertible Mustang. You want to say it the same way that it is on the casting. So here we go. Look at this, $13. Look at that. Hot Wheels 65 Mustang Convertible. 1995 Greater Seattle Toy Show. New in blister pack. Is this? Oh, it's a bid. That's why. I was going to say, buy it for $13. Yeah, buy it, but it's a bid. So let's go ahead and slap a bid in there of $18.37. Why? Because that sounds cool. Let's bid it, confirm it. I'm the highest bidder, baby. 1 day, 5 hours left. So by tomorrow, I will know. That one's probably worth, it would match my, that one's probably worth fighting for a little bit. How much should I go? Good question. That's probably a $50 car, but it might go. That one might go. There's 6 bids. It used to show you how many people were watching. It doesn't do that anymore because prices go higher now that you don't see that. But there are 6 bids, so you can kind of see what the bids are. They start out at the price started at 10, then it went to 10.50, 11.49, 12, 12.49, 13, 13.50. That was me, 13.50. And no one else has bid today, and so interesting. So that one is worth watching, and what I do is add to my watch list because I can kind of it'll send me emails to say, hey, someone just outbid you, and you want to jump on maybe 30 minutes before it ends and just kind of see if anybody's bidding. So so that one's probably worth having. If I'm going to have one convertible for that year, that is probably the way to go because it does match my other one, and that makes a lot of sense. And so, all right. Anyway, that's kind of how I play that game, and that would be pretty sweet to have a matching car from the Seattle Toy Show. So, lots of cars this year, but only. One of them was a custom Mustang and one of them was a 65 Mustang Convertible. So only 2 body styles that year, but just a lot of variations to play with and pick up. So that's it for 1995. And I'll let you know about the eBay bid. For now, Mr. John's out.